Dusty Futon is a Big John Entertainment production. Go to BigJohnEntertainment.com to sign up for the Big John Entertainment newsletter to receive updates on the Dusty Futon and other Big John Entertainment productions. Welcome to another episode of the Dusty Futon. I'm your host, Big John, and with me is Spicy Kim.
Hello. I'm feeling very spicy today.
Oh, well, yeah, you should be. We got Atomic 99. You remember those atomic like candies or something that were really spicy? Fireballs. Yes,
spicy.
Those, something like that. Anyway, and this episode is brought to you by Backstage360.com, the musician's media. The Dusty Futon is a musician's podcast bringing you the raw musician and what they bring to the table. Backstage360.com works hard to bring you even more with creative write-ups, professional interviews, and stunning photography. Full disclosure, I do contribute write-ups and reviews and conduct interviews for them occasionally. Backstage360.com also assists with the promotion of events, products, tours, new music, and they provide an overall insider's peek into the impedimenta of the backstage. Backstage360.com. They truly are the musician's media.
Every day they're hustling.
Hustling. All right.
Isn't there a song about that?
Yes, there is. But anyway, make sure you subscribe to us on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, and the like. Check us out everywhere else on Spotify. And if you know a musician who wants to come on the episodes here, get their own podcast, have them email us at admin@dustyfuton.com. We're talking to a couple of youngins. Actually, how many are there?
Three.
The three of these guys. And they're little punk stars, but I'm telling you, they're young and they're really, really good. So let's go ahead and listen. All right.
Turn off your phone, man. That's disrespectful.
Hey, Kim. Well, we are going to do a recording session eventually, you know. Oh.
Hi.
Hello.
You can hear me right on.
I was waving to the camera, not you, Mr. I'm barely
I was saying
in my
hello
phone, not paying
to
attention.
CJ. He was paying attention.
No, he's not. He's buried into his phone.
I know, but he
Fucking mom
answered my
said-
question.
She's lost.
Your
She's
mom
trying
is
to look
lost?
for you.
I'm over here, Karen. I work with his mother. Well, I don't work in the same building as her any longer, but we did. And then one day I'm like,
Well, hold on. Let's first do the.
I can't get my thing comfy on. Oh, that did not sound good.
No, it didn't. Welcome to the
My
Dusty
bad.
Futon, guys. This is the Atomic 99, a fun punk band, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, we do.
So how long have you guys been together?
Well, let's see. I
Think
started
about
this
it.
band in 2013 with three other guys that are actually
No, wait a minute. How old are you?
18.
And you started it 5 years ago.
Yeah.
So you started it when you were 13.
Yes,
Rock
sir.
star
When you were a tenor, you started it when you were singing a lot higher pitched.
Well, something like that.
That's the PC of what. Never mind. Okay.
That was nice.
All right.
Nice.
So anyway, go on. You started it when you were 13.
Started when I was 13 with my three other best friends.
I just threw you off. I'm sorry, buddy.
No, it's fine. Because they asked us this on 91X2, but I had to put a filter on myself, so
Oh,
You don't have put
no
a filter here.
No.
sweet.
Fuck.
Fuck the filter.
We can curse all we fucking want.
Hey, look, it's your
Yeah.
mom.
That doesn't mean
And she rings the bell.
that no, she really is there. That's great. That's not a. By the way, that's not a free pass to just go nuts. It's just saying if it slips out, you don't have to filter yourself.
Oh, okay.
So
But yeah, so started 2013. I guess there's somewhat the original lineup. Jaden Cadillo, best friend, skateboarder extraordinaire, Sean Bach, white boy, varsity football, bass player extraordinaire, Connor Henley, just a stoner, drummer. Yeah, honestly, it was just more of an image. Like, we just wanted to be different, like, because everyone was like more into like surf rock.
yeah.
And we were like, nah, like, fuck that. Like, we want to see like punk rock bands, you know?
Now, what's interesting is I did listen to a little bit of your songs beforehand. The ones that I did listen to, you're not like hardcore punk. You're not hard punk. You're just punk.
Yeah, it's like
Fun.
pop punk, but
It's-
not like.
Like I love using this word, and this is going to come out wrong, but I love using the word raw. when it comes to like certain types of music, and punk is one of those music where those genres where it has to be raw, otherwise it's not punk.
Right.
And so you got to get that real feeling from it, and you seem to get that. It's actually quite amazing at 18 that you already have that kind of way to carry yourself.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, this album that you just put out last year, actually almost a year ago now, called Dyslexy.
Oh, Dyslexy. That was actually a little EP we did
Yeah.
around the time these guys came in. It was
We were
just
just coming in, right?
like
Not-
Are you guys the players on the EP?
Yeah.
yeah.
Right on.
it was just songs that I recycled from like the old lineup and kind of made into like a just I don't know, make the songs better and sound like more
Switch it up.
punk.
Yeah. Switch it up a little bit.
So
That's
with
cool.
Dyslexy, it was really about this chick that we knew. She was just like a party chick.
Or like that.
I don't know how that happened.
That's what he said, right?
I'm sorry. You were saying?
But yeah, no, Dyslexy, her real name's Alexis, and I don't know, she just had this Instagram name, like she had a second Instagram, and it said my name's Dyslexy, and I thought it was pretty funny, and then out of a joke, I just said I'll just write a song, about you, even though she's not dyslexic or anything. I just thought it'd be funny.
Well, she's wearing glasses. It's like, you know. Could
That
be.
yeah, that is true. She
That
actually
is an interesting. Yeah, is that her picture that you
Yeah.
use as the EP cover?
Oh
Now
my
you can go to
goodness. You know her,
Bandcamp.
right?
Yeah, she's your friend, right?
Yeah.
So you got
Okay.
permission to use her picture.
You're
you
not just some creepers. Yeah. That's all. I'm just
This is
asking.
a 3,000 zoom lens at this girl across the street. No, so you can find all that at bandcamp.com. Just search Atomic 99. And actually, is it just atomic99.bandcamp.com?
Actually, we're putting out a website really soon. Like we've been putting like the last finishing touches on it.
Is it atomic99.com?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah, right. Or Atomic 99 SD, something like that. Because I think
Yeah.
Atomic 99 was taken.
Okay, so where's your Facebook then? What's your Facebook?
We don't have Facebook.
They're Insta. I mean,
Yeah.
these,
Oh,
you
these
know,
are kids. God.
Facebook's for old people.
Yeah, I
Big
know.
John.
Sorry, Mark Zuckerberg.
No, it's don't apologize to that. Anyway, God, we've been chatting. You know what? We haven't even said who these guys are. So you're CJ Lucas.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
You're lead guitar and vocals
Founder.
and founder. We already went through that while you were.
Oh, I was getting
greeting-
another beer
You were,
and
you
stuff.
were greeting the mom.
The mom.
The mom.
Hello, Cameron.
And then to your right, we have Hector Rodriguez, the
Yes.
bass player,
Mm-hmm. Bass player.
Nice.
and also backup vocals.
Yes.
Do you ever do lead vocals on any tracks?
I'm kind of looking forward to that. I'm not there yet, but for now, I do backup vocals.
Nice. Okay.
It's good. It's all right.
And then to your left is Nathan Bradbury.
Nathan.
That's me.
Bradbury.
It's funny that you said white boy earlier. It's like it's interesting that you have a very white name, Blackberry. Or Blackberry. Wow, Bradbury. Why did I just do that?
Because we're old, and that's what old
I
people
know.
that have Blackberries. And they're on Facebook and shit.
Wow. Oh my God.
keeping it
Okay,
real,
so
man.
Nathan Bradbury.
That's not even his real last name.
What is your?
it's not?
Where did I get
That
that
is
from?
my stage name.
That's a stage
Oh.
name.
Okay,
Yeah.
so what is your real
Are you-
last
I
name?
am Nathan Harris.
Harris.
I am
That's about-
Nathan
yeah.
Harris.
I-
That's pretty white, too. I don't
I
know.
know. God. Oh.
That is so inappropriate. Who cares,
It's not, and that's the beauty thing. It doesn't matter because it's his voice. Nobody
It
tells
is.
what nationality you are via voice.
You know what's funny is my husband just found out he's Jewish, like, this weekend. I'm not kidding.
That's not a race, by the way.
I know. And I'm like, I know, but he was very affected. I don't know.
You know, have you
I've
seen
been
those
going to
commercials?
church.
Have you seen those commercials like Ancestry.com and a
Yes.
woman, like the guy was like, I traded in my Lederhosen for whatever. It's like, I found out I'm not German. Really?
Yeah.
What happened hundreds of years ago matters that much that
No.
you're going to change your clothing to
Not wear Lederhosen or Leader, whatever.
Lederhosen.
I like the clogs, I want a clog dance.
Dutch.
Oh, whatever. Let's let's talk about you. Okay.
So anyway, back to the punkers that are in front of us now. All right, I want to talk to each of you guys real quick. Nathan, how long have you been playing drums?
I've been playing for a little less than 2 years.
A little less than
awesome.
2 years. Okay.
What
when did-
got you into playing drums? Did I just steal your thunder, boss?
No, I want you to steal my thunder. That's why you're a co-host.
Wow, so
Jump in.
spicy.
A little spicy over here.
Spicy Kim.
So what brought you into playing drums? Do you have a musical
CJ
family?
actually did.
Really? That
Yeah.
guy? That guy over there?
Oh yeah.
By the way, that was my beer opening, not the underage kids across from me.
No, they are holding solo cups, but they are full of water.
Yes, it's been supervised. The mom is here, so.
And the mom, the real mom.
So what did you have a draw for music at all, or other than just being a kid who liked music? Did you have like a desire to play?
Oh yeah. I really love music. I kind of
Believe it or not, there are people who don't like
Those are
music.
people.
They're not humans.
Teenage boys like girls. So let me.
Music is life. It's anyway. Go on.
I actually played a little bit of guitar before I started talking to CJ, and then he said, "Hey, I've got this band. Want to play drums?" And I was like, "I don't know how to play drums." And he was like,
Learn.
"Okay, well, you'll learn." And I was like, "Okay, I guess I'll learn."
You know, I've seen so many local bands that start that way, that either it's one instrument or the other. It's like, you got a little bit of instrumentation in you, and it's like, well, I need a bass player. And it's like, well, I only know how to play guitar. It's like, oh, okay, E, A, D, G. That's it. Okay, let's roll this.
Two less strings. Come on. man.
Exactly. it's the bottom two. We don't need those high pitched suckers anyway, So that's awesome. And
Cool.
Hector, what brought you into music, and how long have you been playing bass?
Well, like Nathan, CJ brought me into music.
CJ's the culprit.
But I've been playing guitar for since 9th grade, actually. But in middle school,
Cool.
That's so cool.
I know it is, man.
You're so well spoken.
Thank you. I'm generally good.
I love his voice.
You know what? How old are you?
I'm 17.
Okay, and how many times have you been behind a microphone? Not singing.
Not that you're playing.
just like talking
Once.
once. Other
Oh,
than
it's
and that was 91X.
Yeah.
So
So I'm not really used to this.
exactly.
No,
So-
it's cool, man.
and just so you know, this is a unique style where we're having a conversation. It's not like you were on 91X, where it's the only unfortunate about as awesome as it
I love
is,
it, yeah.
it's just time consuming. So you have to limit your time. So you're stuck in a like, well, you got to get this out in
Get in
5
and get
minutes.
out,
Don't even talk about this because we got to keep moving you in. It's not like that here. So just talk, man. Whatever you want to say about your history of music and your
You have a
love of
girlfriend?
music.
Do you have a dog? What? I want to know about Hector.
Well, ask questions or just talk, man.
Well,
It's like, I fucking hate you. That's all I want to say.
well, I want to say how I joined the band also. I want to start off with like, I knew CJ back in middle school, and like we like didn't really hang out a lot, but like I knew him in certain classes, and I talked to him and stuff and everything. And then one day I was just feeling stupid like I always do, and I decided to like
I love school. I love kids.
He's a freaking teenager, man.
Yeah.
That's great.
and so I decided to record myself playing guitar with the Stormtrooper helmet.
Oh, shut the front door.
Where is that video?
You're a badass.
It's on Instagram.
Oh no shit.
I
Okay,
still
what's
keep
your
it up there.
Instagram channel?
Lindsay just lost it. She
Damn. Hector Hookter.Rodriguez.
Hookter?
Yeah, that's-
Okay, you have to
Hookter.
spell that because I'm.
Back to the clogs. Okay.
I doubt to sell it.
Yes, but well, I mean,
Yes, please.
Hookter.
Huctor.Rodriguez.
And this is
Hookter.
why you have to. For me, I would pronounce that Hookter. Hookter.
would.
What would you? Hookter?
You know,
Hookter? I would.
Hookter.
That would be 2 O's for me. Hookter.
It's
I
like
feel
That's-
very
then that's
German or
Hookter.
something. I don't know.
it's like Husker Du.
Husker-
Hooter.
you
Husker
guys-
do's and
you-
Husker don'ts.
You have a big love of Husker Du, don't you?
That's where you got a stage name.
right on.
Ah. Okay. So anyway,
Yeah.
all right. So now people can
Back at
stalk
the
you.
ranch. And they will. Okay.
So CJ, at
Yes,
13, you started music, and the guys to your left and right only within the last couple of years. So where did your inspiration come from?
Honestly, it started when I was like 6 years old. I taught myself how to play guitar when I was 6.
Really?
Wow.
Okay. How did you get that access? Because, like, I've heard that as when I was younger. I've heard people say that, and it's like, okay, well, you have to have a guitar in order for that to be possible, and you have to have internet access or
Right.
something, some type of training manual. So, how did you get that access?
It was my grandfather. He actually has like a lot of guitars at his house, and I was there most of the time, just hanging out.
Was he a musician by any
Yes,
chance?
he
Yeah.
is.
He is.
Yeah, he just had like a lot of guitars laying around. He had like a Fender Strat and like Gibson Challenger and just ES 335s and
They're like nice guitars.
yeah.
So in a way, you were kind of spoiled with what you did have access to.
Technically, yeah.
But all you need is a guitar,
Yeah.
and
A little pedigree he has in there too.
it just the pedigree.
Not bad.
It does help, but you don't want to.
The
You don't want to.
desire and the passion.
Well, yeah,
What
that.
drives it though. That's all. That's all I got.
That's it.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for more.
Oh, do you want me to sing?
No,
Okay, because
No.
your ears will bleed.
no. I do. I tell you, I don't want my
I can
ears
tap
to bleed.
dance.
I want to. I want to listen to one of these guys' songs.
Me
Now,
too.
Yeah. I don't know if this is going to happen. All right. I'm hoping this works. This is Atomic 99. What is the name of your new album?
Immature.
Immature. Okay, I can see that.
Perfect.
I mean, no,
I'm really
I can see
immature.
it on there.
Oh.
I mean, on the screen, I can see it, but I can see it across from me too. But whatever. All right. So this song, if it actually plays, is called Hesh Chickadee.
Yes, sir.
All right.
She said it's unpredictable on how miserable I can be. What's said and done, and I can't be happy when you're always mad at me. And how can that be? And just maybe I'm just lazy and things get hazy. Trust me, you'll date me. No denial, the style, the way she'll dress with her tucked-in shirt, saying how she's been hurt with those high water pants and the matching sock-tan, betting she will never stop till her fucking heart drops. And just maybe I'm just lazy and things get hazy. Trust me, you'll hate me.
Hesh Chickadee song. Okay, explain that.
Punk's not dead.
No, you know what? Actually, real quick, let me interject before I ask you to explain this song. Punk is not dead. It's well and alive. But one of the things somebody told me about punk is it's like a transition music. It's like something to just kind of go all out and just test yourself and push yourself to your limits musically and sonically and find out where your feeling is. And I don't know. What do you guys think about that in terms of punk? Are you planning on sticking with punk, or are you planning on like progressing through a different genre, or like what's your future? You see yourself with the music?
I feel like just punk in general. It's a way to express yourself. It's it's energy and statements and really everything you need to have a calling voice to speak out to others. Like, you're not really gonna hear that in country because that's just whiny stuff.
I can listen to everything. Opera,
Yeah,
jazz.
we're
I
not-
love it all. Country, it's nails on a chalkboard.
I like to
whiny.
say that I like to listen to good music.
Right.
I'm not excluding country. I'm just saying it's very rare that I find a country song to fall into that category of good music. But anyway, I digress.
So how did you find yourself liking like punk rock? Like how did you get into that? Because it's kind of obscure these days. I mean, it's out there. Social Distortion when I was growing up was punk rock, and I look at it now and I'm like, no. But they did have a message at the time, you know.
Never backtrack on this show. Never back, but
I mean, I love it, like Subhumans. I mean, I was totally into punk, like big time.
So the question is,
I love Social D, by the way. I love it.
I do too.
Them, Mike Ness.
Social Distortion is badass. So what did drive you to the punk side of music?
I mean, you guys, because of your age and your demographic, it's more like the hip hop and the rap, and it's more
Surfer music, surf rock.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's sort of my question.
Was it just kind of to say F you to the surf rockers?
Well, yeah, and also it's just
He has a really intense hatred for them. Nah, just kidding.
Yeah.
Probably. I haven't questioned him on that, but I don't know.
no. I mean, it was just more of what I grew up around with, what
Yeah.
my parents were playing, what I was hearing on 91X, even Tony Hawk games too. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, right. Oh,
Yeah,
for sure.
okay.
Right.
That makes sense.
You can run into him in Carlsbad on any given like Tuesday.
He's actually a really nice guy. I met him
He
like 3
is.
times. Mm-hmm.
Anybody,
I know his ex-wife.
anybody, including famous people, musicians, whatever, who still, when they get famous, stays with the people that made them famous. They're good people in general because they don't let it get a held of them. So,
Right.
excuse me, don't drink beer; it makes you burp.
Coors Light. That was that.
You'll break into this eventually. Ladies and gentlemen, my new co-host,
Hello,
Spicy Kim. That actually is an entire audience of people applauding. That's how.
They're live, okay? They're still warm too. It's great.
So, this album, when is it coming out?
Actually, it just all depends on when we can actually finish it. It took us 2 studios to at least finish this first part of the album. The second one, we already have like a set place on where we're gonna finish it, who's gonna finish it for us, and so honestly, maybe December 2018. If
Cool.
So by the end of the year.
yeah.
That's not bad. It's difficult to put out a lot of music like that, especially with how intense the recording process is, and then the stuff behind the scenes that the secondary musician. Not that you're secondary musicians, but obviously he's the leader of the band, the guy pushing through. He probably has to do a lot more stuff than you could ever imagine. So tell me about the process of going through and getting all this nailed down, because you're so young, but you've been through this for almost 5 years now.
Well, I just gotta think of it as, I want to do this for the rest of my life, and I gotta, if I'm gonna do this, then I might as well just start young now, get to know like the whole process and everything. And another thing too for us is that we know a lot of people, like not like logos, but like more higher end people.
Yeah.
And I feel like now in the industry, if like you want to make it somewhere, you have to know people like others to make you like higher up with them. I guess if that makes sense.
Yeah, you gotta have someone who's gonna. I think what you're looking for is called take you under their wing. Like that's basically a mentor of somebody who's already been through the ropes and is like, hey kid, I see here, let me show you this, and then moves you along and brings you up, and then. But the thing about that is not only having that opportunity, but taking it, because there's a fear involved with throwing caution to the wind. There's a lot of, and not just for you, for the people around you. It's like, this is not a very lucrative industry anymore. It's not a way to make money. So there's a lot of passion play that goes into it. So how does that play into with, like I said, you've been doing it for 5 years. So you have a support system in place, and you have a lot of people backing you up. So how is that? Like, explain that build up over the last 5 years, your entire, support system.
Well, with like building like a fan base and everything, when I first started with the 3 other guys,
The other guys.
The other guy.
Those guys.
Yeah, those guys. No, they're still my best friends. Actually, they slept over like
Awesome.
last week.
Oh yeah. Well, that's cool that you were able to end everything or end that chapter amicably and still move forward.
Well, yeah, but actually, we were thinking about doing like a reunion show one last time before they leave because like they're joining the military and like
Oh wow.
Oh, wow.
I'm staying here.
Thank
so
you.
You're like,
I'm not going anywhere.
you don't look like you. No offense, you don't look like you'd fit in.
Yeah.
I
No.
was in the military for 15 years. Just you're too much of a punk rocker. You're a musician. Musicians don't belong in a place where you have limits and you're told what to do.
Yeah. But when we started it, like we did play music, but we didn't release it. We didn't play really much shows. So to people, they were like, "Oh shit, they're like in a band. They're punkers." Like they followed us because they wanted to see something different, and we were like the only like band at our school, or punk band at least, and good looking too. Let me throw that in.
Look at that.
Well, right there, bam. Just throw it
18
down.
years old.
Throw it down.
And he's like, yeah, we're good looking too.
Well, you know.
I mean, this lineup's kind of better looking now.
He's like, oh, he's finally gotten out of his awkward stage.
Right? It's all about that.
How many times do you look in the mirror each day?
Every day.
How many times a day?
Let's see.
Walk around this place. You'll see there's
Yeah, I
mirrors
know.
everywhere. Have you noticed? Everywhere.
I'm just teasing, man. So you're hoping
great
to have
time.
this new album out December 2018.
Yes, sir.
Very cool.
And did you say you have a website that's being built?
Yes.
And so that should be up soon. And of course, Instagram and I don't know, whatever new thing the kids are doing.
Instagram. They love the
Snapchat.
Insta. And
You have a
then
Snapchat,
Twitter and
don't you?
The Snap. Do you do that
We
thing? And
did.
some Vine.
for a
did?
while. It's just mostly for like if we're recording or playing shows.
How much do you interact with your fan base, like on Instagram?
A lot.
A lot.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
easily accessible. You're always posting things. I think I just recently liked you guys, and I saw like my feed just filled up with 20 million different things. I'm like, oh my god, what did I get myself into?
These kids are on it, man.
Oh, I feel so old now.
So let me ask you this: where do you guys get your music? And I didn't mean Like-
Don't mind her; she's new. No, it's basically like okay. So where's your
do you-
inspiration?
yeah.
Like for each song, like when you decide to write a song.
The events that happen that occur around us.
Yeah.
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 Well,
So take us through that. Like something happens, blah. This
What's
thing just
Hesh
happened.
Chick? Heshy chicks or whatever.
Yeah, Hesh-
What's that?
Chickadee.
Hash Chickadee.
Oh, that's right. We just full circle. Hash Chickadee.
Right back
Tell me
where we
about the
started.
song.
It's actually, I got inspired by these girls. I don't know. They call like people call them our roadies, but usually like,
It's always the girls.
Is that what they
Yeah.
call them now?
Yeah.
well, actually, no, but like they the style now is starting to change. Everyone's starting to like wear Converse and fucking.
Oh, like the fashion.
grow
Yeah.
up.
You mean like we did when we were kids?
Like yeah. And then
wearing
eventually got
thrifted
made.
stuff.
No, no.
Oh wait, we can't say that to them. Then they won't be cool anymore. Go on.
I guess it's basically taking back like the old like fashion trends and making it like their own, a little bit more
Yeah.
modern. So like Urban Outfitters, I guess. But yeah,
I have a 15-year-old daughter. Do you think I don't live there? Oh my god.
Okay, so that's like the so what about the Hesh Chickadee? Like, what's that term? I don't even know what that means.
well, Hesh is just that style I was explaining, and a chick.
Oh wow,
just a
I didn't-
chick. Yeah.
Okay, that's what Hesh is. Okay. God, I really feel really old right now. I'm blaming you because you
What?
booked these kids.
I did. I love these kids. They're great. We should hear another song.
We should actually. We'll hear another song now. This one is quite interesting because it's called North Cal Guy, and then you have Balboa in quotations. Does that mean anything to this song, or is that just
That was like a
secondary
because
title?
we re-recorded that song so many times. So when we went to Balboa Studios in it's not even San Diego. That's like the fucked up thing. But like,
Oh. Bum, tsh.
it's in LA. But actually, the guy who owns Balboa Studios is the one that helped us out a lot. He
Cool.
was a drummer for Fiddler for a bit.
Nice.
He's best friends with like Together Pangea, Swimmers, all of them. So that's how like we're like connected within that circle. So we were like the first band to record there, and
Thank you for recording our music.
Danny, thank you.
yeah,
I love
that's
you so
rad.
much.
Oh, now we're talking love. I love it.
I love the love. Alrighty. Well, let's go ahead and take a listen to this next song called North Cal Guy by Atomic 99. This is off of their new album coming out hopefully by the end of the year called Immature.
Aren't we all?
So we're going to talk some more. Tell me about that song, North Cal Guys.
North Cal Guys was a song I wrote. Well, the opening riff I had with the other lineup, and I just liked that little ballad part. But then I actually didn't take it. It didn't take its course until Hector slowly joined in. This was I remember when I first asked him to join. And so there's this chick that I really liked, and it's a typical high school love story thing. Even though she ended up breaking up with me within a week.
Typical.
Again, typical.
I was about to say, what was different?
But she was saying yeah, I don't really have time for this and all that. But then later on, because she's from Monterey, and in the lyrics that's where she say she's from. Later on, I found out that she was dating someone up there.
Ah,
Yeah.
typical as well.
Poor.
I wasn't going to say it. See, that's another reason why I like having a woman on this show. She can say things that I can't say.
Yeah, you'd be a
that
pig,
I
but
want
I'm like.
to say. Okay, so I want to talk about song length, length of time. Your first song I played is 1 minute 45 seconds.
Dang,
Now-
serious?
Yeah, I know it seems longer, but that's actually
Because
one
it's
of
a good song.
Yeah, and that's one of the most intriguing aspects of punk. Is most of the songs are relatively around 2 minutes.
Yeah, they're pretty short.
Give or
usually.
take 20 seconds or so. But they're so intense and so powerful that it feels like it's longer. And that's why the shows are so fun, because it's you're just running around, you're getting 2 minutes of cardio, and then you're and then all of a sudden, let's do it again. You know, but what's interesting is your music is not only that intense, but it's dialed back. And that's,
Yeah.
I would say that's the maturity that you have at your young age, which
Surprising, really.
it is. Especially, you could tell just by talking to you. You're definitely more well spoken than Hector. No offense. No offense. Actually, no, total offense. But
Love the Hector. Nathan now, he is not saying jack. What's up?
I'm sorry.
well, he feels
Put him
like
on the
he
spot.
should bow to CJ.
I don't want to embarrass myself like Hector.
All right.
Good call, kid.
all your friends at the high school are laughing their asses off now. Oh. Okay, so tell me more about this album, Immature. It's coming out in December. What was the inspiration, other than who you guys are, for the title?
Immature came from just what all my exes said about me. Like,
All your exes. Jiminy Christmas.
yeah.
Kid.
But like, they should know what they signed up for.
Oh.
Oh my God, you got your hands full, Karen. I'm sorry.
Hey,
She's like, yeah, I know.
Karen CJ's mother. by
they
the way.
liked it and they loved what they got for a while.
So anyway, let's not talk about that specifically.
Moving on.
Okay, so
You have really cool shoes on.
so we've well established that you're very immature for your age and well spoken. No, so the song comes from that. So is it just like more of an expression of angst because of those relationships, or is it just an overall what you're experiencing right now?
Honestly, it's just making an album that speaks to others. You know, because like this album's mostly dealing with like trouble in relationships. I mean, there's other songs that are like completely different, but like if you listen to like Blink's first record or Green Day's first record, around the time they made it, like around our age, they're all talking about like relationships and everything.
Right.
And that's what kind of made them like,
So are you modeling yourself after any of those groups or anything specific? Or you?
oh yeah, of course. They're like the Blink and Green Day are the reasons why like we're here making music.
Definitely.
So we got to shout them out.
Of course. Of course. That's what we're here for. I want to find out more about like what drives you. So what other inspirations do you have as musicians?
I mean, I'm more of into like that 70s punk, you know? Like
Yeah.
Buzzcocks and Sex Pistols
Oh,
and
right
The
on.
Clash. But like I can't really write political songs, even though we just wrote one, but it's nowhere near as like that era.
Yeah.
It's like,
What they could get away with. Now it's
Yeah.
just like,
You got to speak in riddles now.
yeah.
What about you, Nathan?
Oh,
Bradbury,
Or whatever your real name is.
Blackberry.
Bradbury.
Sadberry.
You know what?
Burberry.
You should take
There's a lot
that.
of Burries.
And
We
call
can-
yourself Blackberry instead, and see if anybody actually gets it. And put like a little trackpad on your belt buckle. Everybody over 35 is nodding their head, going, "I know what that is." Everybody under 35 is like, "Trackball? What the hell's that?"
yeah, I don't think I'm gonna do that.
No.
But,
Good
Okay.
call, kid.
It was an offer, you know.
my
Tone it
inspirations are like more recent, like Blink, Green Day. One of my biggest inspirations is actually
By the way, you say recent. When were you born?
2000.
Yeah.
Okay, recent would be in your
I
lifetime.
think that's the last time
And
Blink recorded a record.
That's what I was just about to say.
well, at least a good record.
They came out. Oh, and that good record was when I was in high school. So
I mean, Matt Skiba can try. I mean, he's a sweetheart, you know, but
I know.
California was just, yeah, why'd you make that?
I can dig it. I saw the first deal with him. It was just kind of meh. That's all. That's all I got.
okay,
Well, you keep looking at me like, oh, I'm supposed to say more? Okay, I have a really bad joke. Okay. No, it's really bad. Do you want to hear it?
Yes.
Okay, so you're all musicians, right?
What was that word?
Musician.
Okay, you guys, did you understand the first one?
I heard musician.
That's what I heard too.
I heard
like,
it.
Something else? Okay, well, so as you're all musicians, okay, so what did the stripper do with her boyfriend before she went, or I'm sorry, what did the stripper, I can't even say it right.
Oh my
now I'm
God.
on the spot, I'm all nervous.
You set yourself up, so don't.
I know, what an ass. Okay, so what did the stripper do with her asshole before she went to work?
He said goodbye.
And the
Keith."
mom, did you see what your friend Karen, the mom of this kid you just asked this joke to? Yeah, like, you're gonna hear this next week. So,
Well, she dropped him off at band practice. Okay.
My God. Okay.
I'm not a
Okay.
stripper. My husband's not a, whatever.
I don't
That's all I got, man.
I don't know what to do with that.
Edit it out.
No, I'm not. That's gold. That's gold. You talking about a stripper's asshole. That's gold right there.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, my new co-host.
Spicy Kim.
So spicy.
Thank you.
Oh, she is.
Sitting
Wow.
on the foo.
You
Love it. Oh, God. No, here we go again. No, that's just stop.
No, sitting on the foo.
That just tied in a little too well.
All right, so you brought your guitar.
Yeah, let's hear him play, man.
Does this require any of the other musicians?
If you want to sing backup vocals, they can.
Is that Nathan? Are you going to sing?
No.
Okay, well then we're going to use your microphone,
Okay.
and we're going to let you play. And we're going to fire up, set a microphone up. Kim, would you do the honors of moving the mic? Okay, I'll do it. I got
You're so
it.
funny.
I know.
You're a comedic genius,
I have
John.
to train you how to do everything. This is so fun.
Love you. There's a lot of, they're setting up. It's going to be a second.
I feel bad since they couldn't play
That was a
NorCal.
lot of noise.
Oh. Are you going to do NorCal? It's a good song. All their songs are good.
Ooh, that sounds good.
It does sound good. What is
I
that?
got a good system. I got everything set up really well here.
Big John's up here pounding his chest, being like, "Yeah, I'm the man."
Well, hey, he gets to talk about how handsome he is. I'm going to at least talk about how
and all
good I
his
am.
chicks that he
I got a face for radio, so I got to talk about what I'm good at doing.
Yes, work those assets, baby.
With a double S.
Here we go.
What?
You don't cut your strings, eh?
All right, we're all tuned up here on the Dusty Futon. Atomic
CJ.
99 live.
And in person.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Shut up and let him play.
I want to hear him play.
Well, then stop talking.
I am a chick. What do you expect?
You keep talking.
I know. I'm a girl. That's what we do.
All right, so what song are you going to play for us?
I'm going to play NorCal, guys.
All right.
We had our days on by your side, but then one day you'll say goodbye, and please don't cry. I'll write sometime, so I'll wait for you. That's what I'm willing to do. Freshman year, I saw your face, a beautiful girl from Monterey. I knew we should date someday. I know we should go ditch someday. She left me all alone, and I don't know where to go. But you don't wanna see the pain that you're gonna bring me, 'cause you don't wanna get left behind. But then I'll see you again, walking down the street with your new boyfriend. Go for North Cal, guys. 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 And you're wasting my time. But you don't wanna see the pain that you're gonna bring me, 'cause you don't wanna get left behind. But then I'll see you again, walking down the street with your new boyfriend.
Oh, wow. That was good, man.
It's so weird singing
know-
it in that key. That was like the Bob Dylan version.
I was about to say, you were in standard tuning right there.
Yeah.
Do you normally play in standard?
Sometimes, but we go back and forth with E flat and standard.
Right on. Oh.
Yeah.
I thought you would have played the ballet one. I like that one.
You want to hear something funny, though, about that song? Is while you were listening, while you were playing to it, I'm going to, in the playback, I'm going to do this. Just because I know it'll piss you off. I can make that sound country.
Really?
That's what I was thinking. Also.
Yeah, you were hearing that too?
You know what?
It's like, did you hear that? It's like,
Fuck yourself. Do not do that.
just for like 2 measures, I'm going to put in a little banjo in the background. He hates me now. I'm gonna get no shares
You're
on
done.
Instagram.
Yeah.
Wait, no, you don't share Instagram,
That's
do you?
Insta. I don't know what you
Yeah.
do.
No, you share-
You
you-
put a heart, right?
You just like it and comment
There you go.
and follow. Well, dude, that was awesome, man. You're really good. You're good at your art. You're 18 years old. You've got a good air about you and the way you carry yourself. And you play a mean guitar, man. You've got Mom's like, yep, that's my son.
She's
That's
got
my boy.
She's like, that's all me. Okay, just so you know.
Man, thanks for bringing the other guys down, because I'm sure that they didn't come willingly.
I had to drive them.
At least you got to go in the carpool lane, right?
Yeah. You see what nowadays when you're my age and you're like, oh God, I have to drive. That means you don't get to drink. You guys all had water, but thank you guys again for coming down. You guys awesome playing live for us. That was incredible. Sounded great. And again, Atomic 99, you have a website coming up, but
YouTube, they have some videos on YouTube as well.
that's right. And they have the EP available for sale on bandcamp.com. Search them up, Atomic 99. And also check out dustyfuton.com. Subscribe if you can, if you will. If you would not mind, we're on iTunes, Google Play, TuneIn, Stitcher, all over the place. Just go to dustyfuton.com.
Atomic 99.
Yeah, and then check out Atomic 99.
Get
Thank
your
you, guys.
socks rocked
Thank you
off.
for having
you.
us.
Thank you.
Buy our
Thank
music.
you. And merch.
We need money.
And merch.
And merch, yes. Yeah. Thanks again to the kids at Atomic 99 for coming out for this episode. Make sure and follow them on Instagram and on Bandcamp. And special thanks to Spicy Kim for being the executive producer and co-host for this episode. I'm Big John, your host and engineer. I hope you enjoyed this presentation of the Dusty Futon, a Big John Entertainment production. And make sure you subscribe to us on Spotify, TuneIn, iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, wherever you can find us. Go to dustyfuton.com to see all those locations. And on dustyfuton.com, you can check out every episode that the Dusty Futon has ever aired. And don't forget to check out Backstage360.com for some incredible information and editorials about bands coming to San Diego and all over the country. Thank you again for listening to this Big John Entertainment production and this episode of The Dusty Futon. We'll see you next week.